You would think the drama ended.
It's a good bounce back win for us today. I thought we started the game with the right tone on the defensive end. And so that was a
more chaotic summer for Team USA.
That was.
According to reports, Coach Cheryl Reeve had to deal with the hard reality that shoe companies and network executives alike feared. Caitlin Clark isn't only lounging about. She is deliberately refusing to participate in their game at all. A far more desperate scene was purportedly taking place behind closed doors while the media was preoccupied with debating talent levels and dues. There are a lot of reports indicating that Team USA leadership made a last-ditch attempt to involve Caitlin in an attempt to address the PR catastrophe that was getting out of hand. They allegedly offered her the one thing no one had anticipated, a gesture they believed she couldn't turn down. Her jersey was provided to her for 12. That number can appear to a casual fan as just numbers on a mesh shirt. Offering a rookie jersey number 12, however, is the same as giving her the crown while the queen is still on the throne in the world of women's basketball. Diana Taurasi's number is that. It is the emblem of the seasoned leadership that has dominated the sport for 20 years. However, Caitlin is said to have looked at the gift, recognized it as a poisoned chalice, and turned away rather than accept this extraordinary honor. The power dynamics of the entire sport have changed as a result of this one refusal, demonstrating that the novice who everyone was trying to hide is truly in control. We must consider the desperation that probably drove the offer in order to see why this rejection is so startling. It was meant to be the last resort. According to insiders, management at NBC and USA Basketball hurried to find a solution following the intense criticism from fans, the irate tweets from casual viewers, and the declining interest in the Olympic lead-up. The metrics were concerning. The people didn't think much of the gold medal journey without Caitlin. They were in urgent need of a solution. The concept was straightforward, audacious, and risky. As a token of respect, assign the rookie the most renowned number in the program's history. They believed that giving her the 12 would make the insults go away. They believed it would put an end to the online snub storyline. They anticipated appreciation. They anticipated that she would seize the opportunity to wear a legend's number and wait her turn, therefore blessing the handover of power. However, they misinterpreted the room entirely. More significantly, they misinterpreted Caitlin Clark. Rumor has it that Caitlin didn't simply hesitate. She turned it off right away. The number wasn't the only factor in the rejection. It was an independence proclamation. Why would she put up with a shirt that seems to position her squarely against the veterans she has made such an effort to honor? Why would she wear the number of a player who had openly questioned her suitability for the league? Caitlin made it apparent that she is not interested in serving as a marketing gimmick to preserve their ticket sales by declining Damrate 12 and the possible roster slot that accompanied it. This wasn't a novice submitting to the system. The world's largest celebrity was informing the system that their presents were really insults disguised in gold. That leads us to the grim truth of why she probably left. The 12 offer is being referred to be a trap by some analysts and locker room sources. Consider the psychology of a workplace locker room. It is a place based on respect, hierarchy, and tenure. The atmosphere would have been toxic if Caitlin had entered that Olympic training camp wearing Diana Taurasi's number when Taurasi was still arguably the team's emotional leader. It would have been the height of conceit for the veterans who were already rumored to be irritated by the media circus surrounding Caitlin. It would have appeared as though the youngster was attempting to retire the legend too soon. Both on and off the court, Caitlin has an exceptionally high IQ. She saw the arrangement. She realized that accepting the jersey would have immediately made her a target, cutting her off from comrades before she had a chance to shoot. Instead of entering a locker room that was essentially set up to fail her, she opted to remain in Indiana, rest her body, and shatter WNBA records. However, she declined other times as well. At this point, the narrative becomes even more captivating. We cannot disregard the verified data that support this, even while the number 12 drama is dominating the news. Books and publications have already disclosed that Caitlin turned down an invitation to join the 3 Olympic teams. This context is really important. The committee allegedly attempted to sneak her into Paris, believing she would accept whatever scraps they tossed at her in order to claim the title of Olympian. The 3x3 game is not the same. It's gritty. It's not the major stage, but it's quick. The first domino to fall was her rejection of the offer. It demonstrated that she is aware of her value. To increase their TV ratings, she won't accept a supporting part or a symbolic shirt. She is aware that she is a major event player, and she is content to create her own stage somewhere else if the main event does not want her. Coach Cheryl Reeve is put in a harsh, nearly impossible situation as a result. In an effort to protect the program from the HT and the never-ending questioning, Reeve has openly admitted that she took the bullets for the selection committee. The story that this was a basketball decision based on defense harmony and experience persisted for weeks. However, the coach's story is falling apart in front of our eyes with these fresh reports of rejected jerseys and unsuccessful talks. It attests to the leadership's total underestimation of the Caitlin effect. They believed they were in complete control. They believed that any athlete would crawl over shattered glass to achieve the Olympic dream. However, it reveals a serious lack of leadership when the coach says, either directly or indirectly, that they can't get the biggest star on the court because she won't play their political games. They were hazing a newcomer, according to the old guard. Rather, they alienated the sport's future. The most painful area of the fallout is already the wallet. To comprehend the panic, we must follow the money. The Olympic sponsors and NBC were counting on the increase in viewing caused by Caitlin Clark. They witnessed her breaking decades-old records for the NCAA tournament. They witnessed her actions about the WNBA draft. They believed her audience would accompany her to Paris. The team's enthusiasm has plummeted without her, and in light of the recent issue over her refusal to wear the Notre 12 jersey. A single player now has greater influence than the entire national program, marking a historic change. They attempted to buy her back with a number and a piece of cloth, but they discovered the hard way that respect and power cannot be exchanged by simply giving someone a jersey. The significance of the jersey number to 12 cannot be exaggerated, so let's examine it in more detail. Numbers are identities in sports. Jordan is 23. Gretzky is 99. Teresi is 12 in the history of the USA women's team. The committee's purported offer of that particular number to Caitlin Clark implies an almost hysterical degree of internal concern. It seems that they were attempting to compel a passing of the torch moment that neither player requested. Just picture the embarrassment. As Caitlin holds up a jersey that everyone knows belongs to the woman standing next to her, picture the cameras blazing. Instead of a basketball squad, it would have been a media circus. In actuality, Caitlin respected Teresi more than the committee did by declining it. She declined to take part in a prank that would have tarnished the veteran's legacy and put the rookie at risk of failure. A 22-year-old who has a greater understanding of the board than the league's executives made a wise and experienced decision. Physical preservation is another factor. It's important to keep in mind that Caitlin Clark has been playing basketball nonstop for more than a year. From the exhausting NCAA run to the national championship, she promptly entered the WNBA draft and a physically demanding professional season where she is targeted and blitzed every night. She is worn out. Although the rejection may be political, it is also pragmatic. When she could finally take a month off, why travel to Paris to sit on the bench or, worse, play in a hostile environment? Jersey's realization that they didn't give a damn about her welfare was probably triggered by their offer of the Reimer 12. The attention she would draw to the television was all that mattered to them. Perhaps the loudest aspect of this whole story is the quiet from Caitlin's camp. Agents typically rush to refute rumors like this when they emerge. They released polite statements expressing gratitude to the committee for their consideration. But there's quiet here. That quiet says a lot. It implies that there is genuine conflict, genuine annoyance, and that the bridges are being detonated rather than merely burned. It is consistent with the body language that has been observed throughout the season. The cold handshakes, the hard fouls, and the absence of calls. The season-long struggle between the new period and the old administration culminated in the Olympic refusal. The jersey was offered in an effort to fill up the gaps, but they are now canyons. The 33 angle, which emphasizes the disconnect, must also be taken into account once more. The 33 team operates under a distinct discipline. It calls for a different kind of play. Many fans viewed the committee's suggestion that she go there first as a demotion. Telling a headline vocalist to perform in the foyer rather than the main stage is analogous to that. That should have been a red flag when she declined. It ought to have demonstrated to the selection committee and Coach Reeve that Caitlin Clark is not in a terrible situation. She's got the Nike contract.